All right. And we're back. Welcome to another Midweek with Max. This is Rick, joined by JCV, Joshua, Jeremy Nation, and of course, our co-founder, Max Sanchez. Ah, damn, I forgot. I was going to give everyone funny intros, but fuck. Sorry. All right, that was a terrible
Give us
start.
funny
I was gonna,
outros.
all right. Yeah, damn it. See, now I'm all nervous and I'm gonna start over. No, I'm not gonna start over. Sorry. My outros are long enough as it is. But anyway, welcome to another Midweek with Max. Without further ado, let's kick it over to Max for real intros and updates.
All right, sounds good. Thanks everyone for coming to another Midweek with Max. A couple updates on the engineering side. We've pretty much finished up the early alpha of Oxygen, so we're going to be moving that over from the current development repo into Hemi Network. And so that's going to be starting to be open sourced in pieces here as we go through and do some internal code review and merging that into the Hemi Network repo. So if you're interested in Oxygen, how it works, you want to play around with it, look for other cool use cases of it, look for any bugs or ways to improve it or optimize it. That's going to be coming soon, so keep an eye out for that. Other than that, I've been working on the Opreth wiring a bunch of the Opreth downstream crates into Kona so that we can start testing some of the ZK proving pieces. And so that is moving along and is putting Oxygen to the test in our currently like a DevNet environment and soon in a brand new testnet environment based on the Ethereum Hootie testnet network. Other than that, we've been doing quite a bit of work on the MinerFi side. Well, formerly MinerFi, now Fast Track, the Continuum daemon. So getting some fixes and hardening improvements in for that before it goes out to audit. And I think those are the main things. We're also getting ready to do the VE Hemi reward distribution soon. So that is not going to give an exact date, but that is coming hopefully either this week or early next week. As soon as we nail down a time, we will share that. And it is going to be not retroactive, that's the wrong word, but it is going to cover the entire period since the last distribution. So no matter what portion of time you held your position since the last distribution went live, you'll get that time segment of the total rewards through the contract. And it's also a new contract, so that's going to finally unlock the people who had old positions that they had already withdrawn before they did the claim process. Those will be active, and you'll be able to claim those historical rewards as well. No updates on VBK, but as soon as we have them, we will share them. Pop awards are also coming soon. We got the opgeth hardening release, which was blocking, merging a couple other things in and pushing those to production. We got that merged in and tentatively deployed. We're still doing some final testing before we push it out to all of our infrastructure and partners. That was the major blocker on that side, and that is now unblocked, so we can move along with merging in the pop payout stuff that we were testing on testnet into the actual mainnet release instead of having it on a feature branch. And I think that is pretty much everything from the engineering side. So I will turn it over to Jeremy for any marketing updates, and then we'll go back to Rick.
Hey, everybody. So pretty sparse marketing updates this week. We're catching up with some of the other types of stuff that we've been working on. A lot of blogs in the works, a lot of interesting stuff for some of the stuff that Max has been engineering, frankly. And, we do have Vetro coming on next month. But other than that, we've just been battening down the hatches, kind of closing out July here. So with that, I can pass it back to Rick.
All right. Well, that was 60% of the questions handled in the upfront. So, let's see. What do we got left? Okay. Max. Wow. When OG?
We don't have an exact time. It's gotten deprioritized, as everyone's familiar with, due to some other engineering priorities that came up. We have made some progress on it, but I'm not going to give a date until we have a better estimate to share. So it is still in development. It's coming relatively soon. We are working on it, but I don't have an updated date to share at the moment.
All right. Relatively soon is a new one. Okay.
Trying to be more tempered here.
I know.
A lot going on and not as many engineers as things to do.
That
It's like an upcoming family reunion. It's relatively soon.
right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. So, Alpha asked, when season 7 of Hair Games, considering that's Alpha and Alex run that, I think you could just ask Alex. But what we could say is, oh, well, relatively soon is the answer Alex gave. So that very topical, very good. But yeah, no, season 6, 5.5 thousand transactions, um, $60 in fees collected, solid swaps, more tunnels, and overall feels like a great conclusion. What do you say?
It's pretty cool. I think we got you were sharing the numbers, what, 6,000 transactions? Oh, I see it in the chat, 5.5. Yeah, that's awesome. That's what, almost double season 5.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's pretty cool. And I think we have something else game related too. I don't know, Rick, if you wanted to share that now or what your
We
plan
could
was. We didn't coordinate this, but
we did not get that far, but we can get into it right now. So, well, let's say this, Alex and Alpha, when you guys are ready for season 7, you don't need permission. You can pull the trigger on that and just let me know. We can go right into season 7, but starting hopefully today, at the absolute latest tomorrow, we're launching a new building contest in the Hemi Discord, but it'll be blasted out everywhere else, obviously. And basically, what the ask is to create a game that can be used in future seasons of Hair Games. So basically, there's going to be 3 categories, which I wish I had the announcement in front of me because I could remember what the hell they were. Give me 1 second. I'll pull that up. The categories are, it'll be most fun, so
Most fun.
best on chain game, and the most original. Each category has a pretty substantial amount of Hemi tokens attached to it, as well as some special edition merch that you can win to, as an incentive for creating the next great on-chain game on Hemi. There's also going to be a community award for the overall top vote getter. For more of the technical aspects of this, I will turn it over to my associate, JCV, Joshua, and anyone else who wants to chime in on that.
Yeah, well, I'll go. Pretty much the idea is we want, build a game. You can, I think, did we say something about if we were allowed, I forget if we said we allowed teams or not, but still, we want people to build things. We're going to play them and do them and, live. We're going to be deciding here. Well, not here. And we're doing it in the other call, right? The happy hour one.
or here if people want to ask questions today too. But
Oh no, questions definitely. I was saying the actual final, like deciding, voting.
The judging will take place during a
Judging.
live stream.
yeah.
Yes, the judging, where obviously, those are the categories, but we're going to decide based on what we like. So, and maybe you know what we like, maybe we don't, but that doesn't should not impact. Just make a kind of game you want. It has to be open source. We have to be able to see it. It cannot do something malicious, which should be totally fucking obvious, but we're going to say it anyway. Don't do something malicious. It has to be, how do we put it? It has to be your own. I don't think we called it said that your own. It has to be something that you are, legally allowed to do. So you can't use copyrighted things from other people. But otherwise,
That's the word I was going to use. Legal. It has to be legal. You can't
legal.
you can't just give us a copy of Doom and be like, "Hey, I made this."
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
it has to be fun. We want fun. We want creative. Just do whatever the hell seems like something you'd be into and do it. And we will have office hours where we're here to help. But yeah, go with it. There aren't a ton of rules because we want to see what you do. We're not going to tell you what direction to go because, again, we want to see what you guys can come up with. Whatever you guys and girls can do it.
Yeah.
And
oh, sorry. Go ahead, Max.
I was just going to say, Rick mentioned there's going to be 3 categories. 2 are probably self-explanatory: most fun, most original, and we will have some details in the announcement. For best on-chain game, I just wanted to quickly highlight what that means. And again, we have some details in the announcement, but just to kind of open the discussion, if people have any questions, we can chat about them today. So it's going to be any game that like takes advantage of blockchain technology in an interesting way. So that could be the game is, fully permissionless and completely verifiable on chain. There's no way to cheat. It could be you have some really unique way of using smart contracts to do something. Just having an ERC20 or something in the game that counts, but it's probably not going to get you the win for that category. But if there's something more creative around using certain types of on-chain assets,
yes, that's a good one, Max. Clever use of NFTs is NFTs are like, I've long since been a proponent that NFTs are an awesome building block. So if you have a clever way to use them, that's great.
Yep, we would love to see it. So anything creative, blockchain focused, could be ZK proofs. So anything you can think of that's blockchain adjacent, blockchain focused, that's what that category is referring to. And then the others are most fun, most original. That's probably self-explanatory. I don't need to go into those, but just to want to highlight what we're focusing on for that on-chain category.
I mean, and for the record, if you're trying to write a game and we have to explain to you what fun means, then I think we've already lost.
And also, I'm not the person to ask.
But I mean, anyone that grew up, and if you didn't grow up in the 80s or, in the arcade years of the 90s, let me paint a picture for you. There used to be a time where you'd go into a room filled with these video games. There were these box machines with these big screens. You had a roll full of quarters in your hands and dreams in your mind, and you were going to beat the high score. We want to recreate that on Hemi. And there's a lot of great games out there that you can draw inspiration from in a legal way, as Rick said, and build something cool. And we can't wait to see it.
And as Alex has mentioned in the chats, inside jokes and references will absolutely get more points.
Yes, because remember, we are the ones who are going to be judging it, and we will be judging it on a call with each other. So obviously, shit that makes us giggle will always, fairly or not, do better.
I'm imagining a Contra-style platformer where Max whips his hair around to kill guys. Like, this is amazing. This is stuff that you can do, okay?
Or like Mortal Kombat, but like the come over here from Scorpion is like Max's haircut.
Yeah, get over here, and he whips his hair at you and like.
And Jeremy's beard too, right? Somebody did a mashup.
Or Jeremy's beard, yeah.
The beard is a wizard's beard. It's a real wizard's beard. So if you do any kind of stuff with me, I am a real wizard.
They can cast spells.
Yeah, basically how it's going to break down is there's the 3 categories. You are allowed to work in teams, but the prizes will be split amongst the teams. Well, the token amount will. Anyone on the team gets the merch. So just make sure.
Remember,
when you're signing up,
the real prize. The real prize is not the tokens. It's the exclusive merch and the fact that your game will be shown on a live stream and may find its way into other things. So that's where the real prize is. That's what this is about.
That's true. Yeah, and I mean, realistically, it's that your games will be highlighted and used in future seasons of Here Games, and Here Games has been extremely successful. We thank the Here team. We thank Alpha Alex for that. I mean, 5,500 transactions on the last season. Season 7 coming soon. Do something cool with NFTs. There's Mintora. There's your second NFT mention, Alpha. But yeah, and it's all going to come together on a live stream, which we are actually going to use as our next happy hour. So it's not like AI happy hour; it'll be video game happy hour. So yeah, we're going to drink and play your video games, and it's going to be awesome. So
I don't know about you, Rick, but I absolutely take recommendations for what I should be drinking.
Oh yeah, I'll also take recommendations. Hell yeah, fuck, we'll all take recommendations.
My lord.
Not that recommendation.
Yeah, and probably not that pickle beer that Jeremy
I was just going to mention that Jeremy does not have good recommendations.
Look, I drink all sorts of terrible things.
Oh boy. So yeah, so that contest is coming. Yeah, it has to be it has to be an on-chain game for sure. So it has to be deployed on the Hemi network. Um, if anyone has further questions regarding this, I mean, you got Max, you got JCV, and you got Joshua here who can certainly answer the tech side of things. Um, if you need inspiration or like other assistance, by all means, I mean, you can always lean on our lead moderator, Alex. You can always speak to Alpha, both of which are creating incredible games all the time. So yeah, I mean, the bar's pretty high, to be perfectly honest. Um, but yeah, let's get some cool games and let's play some fucking video games, boys, and girls and everyone else. And does anyone have any questions? Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep rambling here.
There will be
So,
some.
CK.
There will be a few more rules for participating in the contest once we have the announcement up, which should be not long after Midweek with Max. The blog post will contain all of the actual rules, and all of the submission guidelines can be found in the contest channel.
And remember, Hemi connects to Bitcoin. You don't have to just use NFTs. You can use ordinals. You can use runes. There's a lot of stuff that you can get creative with because of how Hemi operates. So the person that's got the most creative kind of on-chain mechanisms stands to earn the most points in that category, right?
And speaking of ordinals, we don't have the ordinals indexer yet in HVM, but there's still stuff you can do with ordinals, just with the existing. It's not directly ordinals, but if you kind of reverse engineer it, you can do stuff with the existing HVM precompiles that are interesting. So definitely, we're not going to give like judging criteria because I don't think any of us know ourselves, but anything that's ordinals, runes, Bitcoin, NFT related, I think that's probably going to get extra points with the team. So it's a fun thing, more nascent space. If you have any questions about it, happy to answer them. Maybe on tomorrow's engineering office hours as well. But yeah, if you can think of anything Bitcoin adjacent, that's definitely going to get you some brownie points.
And yet, Max brings up a very good point. So tomorrow, 11 a.m. EDT, we do have office hours. So once you digest the contest, read the rules and everything else, feel free. That's the best place to get some guidance at engineering office hours. So you'll have one this week, off week next week, but the following week, right before the contest actually wraps. So you got 2 1-hour sessions in addition to you're always free to ask at Midweek with Max. So 5 sessions with the team to get some guidance. There's also the Builder channel and also the Hemi community as a whole. And people are pretty friendly and helpful. Let me see if we have anything. What are your thoughts on? Oh, what are your thoughts on straight analytics so far?
It looks cool. I have not had a chance yet to play with the actual demo, but or look through the code too deeply. But it looks pretty cool, so I'm looking forward to playing around with it. So I know we owe you some responses on review and potential bounty. So stay tuned. We'll definitely get back to you on that.
All right. Creator asks, when Zeely? I'm gonna steal this from Max and say relatively soon. The latest update is our Daniel from our SecOps team, who is he is actually off this week. He has been in contact with their team, and we're hoping early next week that we should have something set up, and should hopefully have some new announcements early next week. It's just been it's been kind of a pain in the ass, and I'm sorry for the delay on this, everyone. We really had high hopes for Guild working. It did not work for what we wanted to do, and we didn't want to put something out that, wasn't going to be awesome. So,
Silver
hopefully-
lining is we've got a really solid framework to go forward with Zeely, right? I mean,
yeah, that's true. I mean, we have the blueprint in place. Like, we know what we want to do. We know we can execute it now. And it's just it seems like a more robust platform for that. I'm not trying to knock like Guild or anything like that, but it just didn't work for us. And It just I don't know. I don't think any of the Amigos would have really been pumped if we had put that out instead. So
That was truly deeply diplomatic of you, Rick.
How
yeah.
civil.
Well, all right, John, tell them how we really feel.
Fucking thing didn't fucking work.
It's like you go up to a guy and you give him $5 and he says, I'll give you a box full of popsicles. And then you get the popsicles out of the freezer and there's nothing in the box.
Or the box
That's a
gives
great
you
analogy.
dysentery
Thank you,
or
Jeremy.
something.
It's hot. All right.
Here's a reoccurring question from last week that I believe we answered, but I don't think there's been any progress. When Mintora featured on Hemi's ecosystem page?
Oh yeah, I need to do that actually. I should do that right after this call. I was going to do it last week, but something unforeseen took place that took me away from the computer. I apologize for that.
Yeah, I also started adding it to the Explorers ecosystem page, and then got distracted. So I'll do that today as well.
All right. Well, the answer is today. Perfect. Solving problems here. Shit. This is really sparse on questions. Someone says Guild sucks. Not diss, but people know. Okay, so they clearly agree with JCV. I'm going to stay on the diplomatic side because seemed like very nice people.
There's no popsicles, Rick. There's none.
I still don't get that analogy.
It's like you pay for something and it's not in the box. All right, there.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. Anyone see the Odyssey? That was great. I really enjoyed it.
To see it.
I want to see it, but I haven't had a chance yet. I did watch Masters of the Universe over the weekend.
Is Odyssey that movie made by those YouTubers?
No, that's the Backrooms, I think.
Rex, that's the Backrooms.
I thought there was one that started with an O too, or
that's Obsession.
Okay, that's the one. Never mind.
That's Obsession.
Was that also made by YouTubers?
I wish the Odyssey was made by YouTubers. That would be incredible.
That would be a very different movie, I think.
Oh boy. Here's one. When hair games on Hemi ecosystem? That's a good question.
I think we could add that too.
Yep, that's something that if we need a official logo and stuff like that, I'll slap it on there.
Alex Alpha, if you guys can get Mentora and Hair Games logos over to Jeremy and Joshua, that can happen. Solving lots of problems today. Right. Anyone have any other questions? Otherwise, we can go back to how Max confused Homer's Greek tragedy with the horror movie made by YouTubers.
Easy mistake to make. Come on, we'll go start with the other O.
Yeah, I mean,
fair.
Epic poetry. That's the foundation of a lot of Western literature and YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, it's the literal infrastructure of the hero's journey.
Well,
and the other one is YouTube.
So, Rick, did you see Masters of the Universe yet?
I have not.
Very good movie.
It was fun. It was exactly as dumb as it needed to be.
All right.
I think it was Jared Leto's best performance, and maybe that's just because I didn't have to see his face. I don't know.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that.
I also really liked the universe. I don't know. I couldn't get past his name being He-Man. It just seemed so lazy.
And
they did a great job with it in this movie, actually, the way they approached the naming convention and the character himself and everything about Eternia and Earth. And I think they did a good job.
They did. But Jeremy, what about Fight Club? Was it that didn't you enjoy watching Jared Leto get the shit beat out of him?
I think I forgot that happened.
He's the guy that they just beat the shit out of for the narrator just for no reason.
I'm gonna rewatch that again, but I'm not supposed to talk about it. So
no, you're not supposed to talk about it.
All right,
also,
let's let's rein it in. We actually got some questions here, boys. Jesus Christ!
And I was just about to go off about Meatloaf being how much I like Meatloaf being in that movie. But fine,
See,
go
this
to
is what
your
happens
question.
if you don't ask questions.
Right, this is yeah. All right. Wasn't there a ZK Marketplace live demo? What's the progress on that?
There was, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Am I remembering correctly? Maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
On
Okay,
Midweek
cool.
Max.
Yeah, if you missed it, it should be in the stream recording on YouTube. I am going to record a more. It'll show you the exact same stuff, but just a little more contained and clean, and kind of diving into some of the tech aspects a little bit more. So that is coming. I think we may do another live. We're trying to figure out. We may do like a built on Hemi episode where we go over the ZK marketplace a little bit more and like what it means for developers, people writing programs that use. Again, it's not really ZK in the sense that it's a public marketplace. There's no zero knowledge. It's really about the succinct proving of computation. But if anyone's interested in that, we are tentatively doing a built-in Hemi around it to talk more about the builder side of it, what people can do with it. So if you missed the demo, the recording should be from 2 weeks ago. We are going to get a cleaner version of that, just that's a little more concise. And yeah, it's moving along. I think we've pretty much finished the smart contract side of it. Still doing some review and making some like minor cleanup items, but all of the features are baked in, and we've gone through some internal review on that. And it should be launching as part of the new testnet once we have all of the op-ref pieces for ZK proving ready. So stay tuned for that, and there will be something to test relatively soon. Not sure the exact time, but we are in the final stages of getting that assembled and launched for people to start playing around with.
I assume we'll have a relatively soon sticker in the Hemi Discord. Sooner than relatively soon.
Hopefully we never have to go to not very soon.
Oh, I hope not. All right. What are your thoughts on Circle's USDC on Hemi?
I think we talked about this a few weeks ago too. So it'd be great to see. The version of USDC that we have through Stargate is the version that can be upgraded and taken over by Circle and sort of wired into their official USDC. I don't know, want to call it a mesh network, but sort of a mesh network setup instead of going through Stargate with the per chain and per route liquidity limits. I don't know how active they are with deploying on new chains currently. I know as of like 6 to 12 months ago, they'd only do it on chains where there's a ton of USDC volume, and USDC, I believe, don't quote me on this, but USDC is like the dominant stablecoin in that ecosystem, or at least represents a very large portion of the stablecoin activity. So it would be cool to see the contract is deployed in a way where we could transition to them away from the current Stargate Layer 0 version of it. But yeah, no updates on that, but would definitely be cool to see. And if we can get some DEX volume up, maybe with some of the stuff we're working on with the internal DEX and some other cool stuff we got coming, that could help us get towards some of those volume requirements. I'm stalling because there's something else that I wanted to bring up, and now I'm completely blanking on it. Well, if it comes to me, I'll blurt it out.
All right. Let's see. When Hemi governance?
Not sure an exact date, but so Aragon is, I think we may have talked about this last week, but fill everyone in, Aragon has now deployed on the Hemi network as of, I think, 2 weeks ago. So we're going through and doing some testing with that, and everything's looking good so far. So once we're done with the testing, we'll probably start doing some small governance votes just to kind of exercise the muscles, make sure people know how to, connect their wallet to the Aragon interface, understand the voting procedure. And we'll see probably a few of those go through for minor things, maybe like funding a community initiative or, a LP incentive on a DEX or something like that. And then depending on the turnout and assuming there aren't any bugs or issues people run into, then we'll start transitioning to more useful governance votes. So relatively soon, Aragon's deployed. You just got to finish up testing on it.
All right. Let's see. Um, want some hints or updates regarding Hemi Guild and content creation program? Because I'm not a builder, but I genuinely want to contribute here with my arts and everything, and also doing it now. So
I'm
we
going to throw
kind of
this one to
covered
Rick,
that.
but just super quick. I did want to, for the game competition we're going to be doing, if you want to team up with somebody who's going to do the development side, that's still a team if somebody wants to do like the art or the music or something for a game, and then partner with somebody doing the actual programming behind it. So just throwing that out as one more idea.
You literally took the words out of my mouth. That's what I was, that's exactly what I was going to say. So hopefully, the Zeely, like our Zeely creation program should be happening. I'm not even gonna pretend and give a date, but hopefully sooner than later. Um, it's just a little stalled right now, and apologies again. But yeah, with the with the game competition launching today, tomorrow at the latest, teams are allowed, and games need art. And quite frankly, I mean, if you can team up with some folks who can handle the programming, and you can make the sprites, you can make the backgrounds, you can, help with the actual like creative direction of it. I mean, that's totally another option. And it'll live on chain, it'll be playable, and yeah, I mean, game development's awesome. So that's totally an area that you can get into. Um when new game dashboard, I don't know who that's directed towards. Uh I don't know. I don't know if anyone on the call knows either. So yeah, ask Alex. We need an Ask Alex sticker. Um, when VE Hemi rewards, I believe we covered that, but if there's anything else we want to say,
We did cover it, but I'll just give a recap. So hopefully either this week or early next week, and it is going to be the new version of the rewards contract, which is going to let people claim their historical. Why can I not think of words today? The withdrawn VE Hemi positions. If you withdrew before you collected yield for a previous epoch of the rewards, you'll also be able to collect those with the new contract. So both of those are coming relatively soon, hopefully in the next week-ish here.
all right.
Given that the topic is games, I'm curious, like, what's everyone's favorite classic game on the team here? I can start too. Tetris is mine. I love Tetris, and I consider myself among the better players. I'll take on anyone's Tetris challenge. Let's put it that way.
So I'd say my favorite is probably the original Legend of Zelda, but on the Tetris front, there was I think Super Nintendo had that Tetris Attack game. And I swear, if I was put on this earth to do one thing, it was probably play that game.
I would love to challenge you, man, because I do not believe anyone on earth can beat me at Tetris.
No, Tetris, I'm sure you could beat me at. Tetris Attack was the one that I was particularly good at.
If there is a Tetris-based game, I am the best at it. That is what I will say.
Absolutely, I will absolutely dog walk you at Tetris. I'm sorry.
Let's go.
Dude, Tetris and Miss Pac-Man, I'm a fucking god. Like, I'm sorry, but
I held the world record for highest score on Tetris Mobile for a month solid. I am literally world champion material. Let's do it. Let's go. I earned like hundreds of dollars playing that game. I have a strange ability to know where the Tetraminos go, man. Like I just I make blocks disappear. That's what I do. I was put on this earth to destroy Tetraminos.
During gaming happy hour, I guess we need to have all of you play against each other.
Yeah, we're gonna have to settle this live.
Oh yeah.
Oh, thank God, we have a question. All right. Sorry, I said the quiet part out loud. Has Hemi's goal changed between the pre-TGE and post-TGE phases? How is Hemi adapting to the rapidly evolving and progressive Web3 sector? Excellent question.
That is a very good question. Macro goal, definitely not. We're still trying to build and improve the programmability layer between Bitcoin and Ethereum. So macro goal hasn't changed. How we're achieving that has definitely changed. I wouldn't separate into pre-TGE, post-TGE. The only thing that really changed with that was how we handle incentive programs, and then obviously having a live token changes some dynamics a little bit. But as far as things that have evolved, I would say we definitely have been leaning a lot more into the, obviously, as people who've been here are familiar with, the ZK provability side, much more than, was something we were working on, say 2 years ago. So that's been an adaptation to market changes. We've talked about this in previous weeks, so I don't want to do too big of a deep dive unless people are interested and we don't have any other questions. But the space has shifted in a couple ways. So I think we've seen sort of when Hemi was first being ideated and developed and, through our testnet period, one of the big metas in the space was Ethereum L2s. And it's, obviously Ethereum L2s are still a thing. People are still working on them. But I think the space has evolved a lot more to, you can't just be an L2 that offers a scaling solution. You have to do something else that's interesting and creative. And we're kind of seeing Ethereum's roadmap pivot around that too, where Ethereum's looking at more scalability in the base layer. We're looking at technologies that are more like, unified L2s that follow, say, a common standard and maybe interoperable with the Ethereum protocol. None of that's, mainline, but there's discussions around technologies like that that are a lot more standardized. And obviously Ethereum's moving a lot more towards, like I said, native scalability, but also ZK provability, and then using that as a way to, even though it makes full nodes heavier, make light nodes lighter and more secure. And so anyone who's building a L2 at, in 2026, where we are now, you need to be doing other interesting things that add actual features or use cases, not just scale Ethereum. And so, that's something that we were already obviously working on with HVM and the Bitcoin piece, but I think we were well positioned for that sort of transition in the Ethereum ecosystem. So that's cool to see. As far as other changes, I mean, we've gone through a couple different sort of cycles of, RWAs were big for a while. Those have kind of quieted down. We, at the time, didn't think it made sense to try to not pivot, but like do initiatives too much around RWAs. But we are seeing, I think there's, what's the name of that curve where it spikes up, everyone's excited, then there's a correction, and then it sort of finds its equilibrium where it's actually useful as a technology. I think RWAs are sort of in that last part of the tail where people figured out sort of what works, what doesn't, where there's demand, what can be done from a, asset security perspective. And so we're starting to see those mature. So, I think there could be some interesting things to do around RWAs now that space has matured a bit.
Rust, that's a big change.
Rust is a big pivot, mainly in support of ZK, but now also in support of surviving the opgeth deprecation. And if Marco was here, the broader plans to transition fully off the Optimism stack, one piece at a time. So yeah, Rust has been a huge, I wouldn't say that's kind of a forward-facing thing because it doesn't really change how the product works other than enabling all the ZK provability stuff. That's obviously exciting for other reasons. But from a back-end developer side, that's definitely been a huge shift.
All right. I loved the Rick Learns Crypto series. Oh, thank you. When's the next episode? I learned a lot. Wallet episode was great. We have 3 more in the can. We just need them edited and put up. We should probably check in with our editor about episode 3.
We really should check in, shouldn't we? And you should also be nagging me to start writing the next one. I think I have a blank slide that I started and didn't get any further.
Actually, yeah, both you and Max owe us an episode. What's going on here?
Yeah,
I got like a third through making the slides and then got distracted.
You got a
Fair,
third
fair,
through. Wow. I got as far as, opening the slide and starting, the LaTeX, the document, setting the document class, and got no further.
Well, I wasn't using LaTeX, so to be fair.
Right.
I think John's the only person I've ever met where you say, "Hey, can you make a presentation?" He says, "Yep, let me just start working in LaTeX." I'm sure there's others out there, but that was a first for me.
There aren't many. I almost guarantee that. You know what though? The great thing about it is, like, when you're working with other people in it, you show slides and they're like, "Hey, could you make this change?" Instead of doing it right there, you can say, "It's kind of a pain. I may or may not do it." So it
Yeah,
lets
it's
you,
really hard to change the font size. Give me a week, I'll be right back.
so it totally lets you blow off any feedback that you don't want to do, because you can say, "Nah, that's too hard. I can't do it. Sorry."
That is always a great reason to use a tool. It makes things so hard that you can use that as an excuse. LaTeX tool, for slides, that's an interesting use case.
So that's why we're using Rust.
Shh.
All right. There we go. Do you feel Hemi's development pace is where the team wants it to be?
Overall, yes. I mean, obviously, we have a lot of things that we're waiting on and trying to get shipped, and faster with the same quality is always better. So, you know, yes, in the sense that everyone's doing a lot of work, and the problems that we're working on solving, especially things like the ZK side, the formerly Minerfy, now Fast Track, with all of the key distributed key generation and key resharing. All of that's very hard work. And so I think the team's doing a lot of really good, high quality work, but doing things right, doing things secure does take a while. So would always like to see things go faster, but there's a lot of things we're doing, and it's a lot of greenfield development. So
Yeah, I would say, or another version of that is, I am extremely happy with the pace at which we're able to work at for the size team we have and the number of problems we're working on.
That's a better way to phrase it. Thank you for finding coherent words.
All right. That I think that's it for questions this week. This might be a quick one. Unless, I mean, there's
Dramatic
always
pause.
Don't do it.
There's always ZK
Rick.
proof.
I think we've beaten that to death enough, and we have protocol engineering office hours tomorrow, so we can.
Fair. Let's see. Yeah, I think that might be a wrap. Is that a wrap? Does anyone? Oh, yep. Hold on. Do we have a roadmap? What's coming? And does soon actually mean soon?
Soon does mean soon. Or we use that so we don't give exact dates, because, again, this is greenfield development, and there's tons of things. It's not like we're working on this one thing that we can put together a linear track for. It's like, work on this thing. Oh, by the way, opgeth is now getting deprecated. Scramble, right? So, but as far as roadmap items, we have the opreth release for parity compatibility. I shouldn't use the word parity because that's an Ethereum client. For equivalent functionality to opgeth with the current embedded TBC. Then we have Oxygen, which is our ZK prover for Bitcoin state, and the opreth version of that integrates Oxygen for ZK proving. Then we have, building on top of those two items, or those two roadmap progressions, we have HBitVM, which is the ZK Bitcoin tunnel that we're working on. We also have Fast Track, formerly Minerfy, which is our distributed secure key generation, key resharing system for sort of a liquidity wrapper around the Bitcoin tunnel and a way to automatically onboard Bitcoin and deploy it into DeFi. We have some cool interplay between Hemi and the Vetro protocol that we'll announce as some of that comes together, and we're ready to publish write-ups and get some UI work done on that. And that all feeds into the Hemi Earn product. And then we have There's one other item. I'm not sure why I'm blanking it. Oh, the ZK proving marketplace. That obviously feeds into the overall ZK proving piece, and that comes with the standalone ZK miner application and a full front-end user interface for that. And I think that's everything for major roadmap items. We also have an update to the VE Hemi contracts coming to enable governance, or not to enable governance, to enable being able to restake positions in order to participate in other protocols. So that's going to be the basis for the decentralized sequencer. It's going to be the basis for the fast track MinerFi key resharing economic security layer. It's going to be used in the ZK marketplace. It's going to be used eventually for decentralized publishing of data to the Ethereum network. We've also got our updates to POP that are going to enable HBit VM, so publishing Ethereum stripped Ethereum attestation data to Bitcoin in order to be able to combine Bitcoin and Ethereum proof of work and proof of stake together to create self-contained ZK proofs you can verify in Bitcoin. And I think that's it for a roadmap. That's what we're currently working on.
All right.
Oh, and then Hyper Hemi.
Oh.
The Hemi sort of L2, L3 hybrid decks as well. So a lot of moving pieces. Not sure exactly when each of them is going to land, but making good progress.
And the OG roll.
And the OG roll. And the CTF.
And the CTF. But the game contest is coming today.
That one we can announce an actual date for. That one we have that in the bag.
Yeah. That one's in the bag at least. Oh shit! All right, let's wrap this up. What do we say? Instead of an extended outro, I'm just going to say thank you all for joining us. I think we handled most questions. Yeah, now we're in cars and someone's mentioning. I'm not even going to read that, but you can see it in the comments. Jesus Christ, Alex. Anyway, thank you to our community moderators. Thank you to our community. Please, if you are a creator or a builder, check out the Hemi Discord. Find a team and make some cool games. That contest should be dropping today. Like I said, tomorrow at the absolute latest. And yeah, that's all I got. So I'm just going to turn it over to Max and team for outros. And thank you all so much.
All right, awesome. Thanks everyone for joining us. I will keep my outro quick as well. So stay tuned for the announcement about the games competition. We'd love to see some fun, creative ideas. We'd love to chat about them on engineering office hours tomorrow, and then the next time that we do it, once people are maybe further along with games they're developing. And yeah, stay tuned for a lot of the other things we're working on. And if you want to be a part of testing all of the cool ZK market, ZK proving stuff, that's probably going to be the next item that we release in the beta testers channel. So not sure an exact date, but we're getting closer to releasing that. So definitely join the beta testers channel if you're not already in there and you want to participate in that. And with that, we will see you all either next week or tomorrow at Protocol Engineering Office Hours.